We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bears will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's think a second about Arizona State. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
Man, what a nice run by the kid. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Brings into the open. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Castillo.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
The Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Caught in the backfield, it's Castillo. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Got his man in the middle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. Is putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Newton. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bears!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. The throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. And the Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It will be 4th down.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen him the last couple weeks.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. With the catch, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season. Like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Jukes his way from home. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Let's go! They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he's showing all of those attributes right there.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
First down for the offense.
The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. They'll run the screen. Can't get him to the ground.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the Sun Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Under fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Corralled and brought down by the defense. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his man.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep them in bounds. What a one-yard gain.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Arizona State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Newton. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Running into the open space. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
You know, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And they're not on the same page there.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Hand off from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And now on third down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking for space, it's Jackson. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
At the 14. 2nd down coming up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Newton. Rush is on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. New Mexico is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is heading. They're trailing by 14 to San Jose State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Castillo. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. That's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quickly complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Oh, they're after him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Newton. Catch in the middle, it's small. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Reads it, fires complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He's loose on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bears! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He takes it at the 45. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air, it's Newton. He'll pull it down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Sun Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Runs through a tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise,
and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Baylor! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Snap in the shotgun. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. That touchdown drive covers 61 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Pucks it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Bring in the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll set up to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Arizona State! quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Finds his open man. Crosses the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Collier. There he goes. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. They're dealing with a second and long. The inside handoff.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Bears lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Give to the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Off play action. Here comes the heat.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch them off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
The Bears trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Snagged in the middle. It's small. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways. But the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Bears will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Makes one man miss.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.